Welcome to my chef, and my name is Chef Fran. This is my sweet Chef Fran.
How you doing today?
And today, taking you to the island. Yeah, we are. Don't you want to go to the islands, guys? You know, weather's getting warmer. Well, Ian and I already happen to live in what we call a fake paradise. Because you do have all the palm trees around us, and we pretty much wake up in the sun most of the times in South Florida. But many of you people may not live in a warm climate, so we're taking you to the tropics. So we are having plantanos, tostones, plantain. What do you call it?
Plantains.
Plantain sandwich. So this is our plantainwich. I say tomatoes, you say tomatoes. So I call it plantain, Ian calls it plantain. And the Hispanics call it tostones or plantanos. So this is our bread. We fried up plantains. And we're gonna obviously have our nice healthy treat to this. And this is here, vegans, vegetarians, I love you guys. But you can use vegan bacon as a replacement if you want. You can use other vegan meats if you want. You don't have to have the chicken or the steak. You can use, or you can do none. You could just do the plantanos with the onions, the mayo, vegan mayo that is, veggies, or in your onions and your tomatoes and lettuce. Okay? Yes, Ian.
What about meatless? The products, those meatless products.
Yeah, like the Beyond Meats.
Yeah, Beyond
or
Meat.
the Gardines.
Yeah.
The Gardines has like a wonderful thin, they use it for like your chicken parmesan or like a veal scampi. You can use that, the Gardine or Beyond Meat if you're into that.
Yeah. Or
the tempura for the, the bacon like that. Whatever you like, or just do straight tomatoes, lettuce, the veggies. And the reason you want to use veggies is because, your plantanos could be a little bit dry or whatever. So you use that. But we're using chicken, steak, and some cheese. And you also have your vegan cheese that you could use. Or you could just not do this. But I'd like for you to try it with what you like. Anyway, it's super simple. Once you fry up your tostones, your plantains, you cook your meat on the side and you just assemble it together as a sandwich. It's a hearty sandwich. It'll keep you full for a long time. And you have healthy elements in here. This is from the garden. Okay? It's your root vegetable from the plant, from the ground.
It's true.
As these come from the ground as well. So, hey. Let's just enjoy. Let's get into our vitamin content. Plantains has vitamins B6, C, magnesium, potassium. Lettuce, vitamins A, K, calcium, and folate. Tomatoes, vitamins C, folate, and potassium. Steak, vitamins B6, B12, iron, niacin, phosphorus, and psyllium. Pepper jack cheese and HAVARTI that's on the steak. Pepper jack cheese, vitamins A, B12, calcium, phosphorus, psyllium, and zinc. HAVARTI, A, C, D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Chicken, B6, B12, niacin. Onions, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Mayo, A, E, and K. Balsamic glaze, calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, manganese. Chipotle, iron, magnesium, and potassium. Real facts. In 7.6% of households, both the adults and children experience food insecurity. No family should have to experience that ever. To learn more, you can visit us at jdhcdc.org. So we're making our plantainwich, and in order to do that, you have to know how to open your plantain and cut it. So I already made a seam incision on this one, but I'm going to show you from the beginning. Just take your knife, cut the ends off, And what you want to do is make an incision, a seam. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. Have to be able to see a little bit too. Now make sure you don't cut yourself. And so now you see this line, and now you're going to open it. And it's kind of like a peel back process. Now, in order to press to get our sandwich, we're going to cut it into chunks. We're going to fry it. And so it's like a double fry method. And then we are going to flatten it and then fry it again. Now, because it's going to be a sandwich, well, our form of sandwich, you're going to have to cut it into big chunks. So normally there's like a press that you could use. It's made out of wood, but our sandwich is it's not mini sandwich where you're going to use a baby press. So I do things the old-fashioned style. We could do it two ways. If you have a cutting board, like 2 cutting boards, you could put it in between and press it. We'll get to that. Or I actually save the peels, and I use the peels like this and press it down. So I'll show you that way as well when we get to that. So in regards to cutting here, I'm actually going to be cutting it in half because we want to have a big sandwich. And this here ready, so I'm just going to peel this back. Now there is, the Hispanics call the green plantains. I like sweet and sour. Sweet and sour meaning that if you see it looks light yellow, greenish, that gives you like a sweet and a kind of like tart, savory taste. So that's the plantains I like. I don't like the ones that are extremely yellow. Those are the super sweet ones, and the Hispanics call that maduros. I don't like those because I don't like bananas, and they remind me too much of bananas. So, or I like the very, very green ones, which you get from the plantain chips, which probably you've had at some point. That's what they make the green ones with, the Chiefly brand, for example, and that is what we call tostones, and that's the green ones. And you probably won't find, well, here's the thing. The plantains go from being very green when they're ripe to going to the sweet and sour version, as I'm saying to you, like green, yellow, in between that, to totally being yellow, and then going totally like black. And a lot of Hispanic cultures tend to use the one that's very, going into the black, and that's super, super sweet. And that's what they make the maduros with. The ones that are just yellow are not too bad. I can actually stomach and tolerate eating that. I actually kind of like it a little bit. But when it gets to be really the dark, like almost into black, I don't like it because now it's so ripened and it's super sweet. And then it really begins to remind me of bananas. And no, I don't like bananas. So no banana foster I will ever make for you because I'm not a fan of bananas. But however, to each his own. If you like bananas and banana cream pie, hey, knock yourself out. But I am not a fan of it. And so here, I could just either peel this off or just kind of cut these off a little bit. That comes from the bananas, no biggie. And I'm going to show you how to fry these up. And to make our sandwich, like I said, normally I would take one, if I was just making tostones on their own, I would be always I like to cut mine. A lot of people do circles. I think it's so much prettier when it's cut on a slant. So I generally, growing up, would always cut mine on a slant. And I would get like 6 to 7 pieces out of one whole plantain. Some people say plantains. I grew up saying plantains. So it's almost like tomatoes, right? So again, I'm going to cut this in half. So this will be our sandwich. So we're frying our plantains, and so as it gets more color, I'll show you and how I flatten them to make our plantainwich. So I am actually, see these are getting colors. I actually put it in the skin, like I told you, because I don't have a big time masher. And I am actually going to smash it up with my hands in the wrapper, in the skin. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. You gotta put all your little might in here. And it will be flat like this. I'm going to flatten it just a little bit more. Looks like this. I'm going to do another one for us. And then I'm going to put it in some salted water. Okay, not everybody does this, but I do this because it comes with an extra crunch when you do it that way. So here we go. Flattening it. So I'm starting off at the top, flattening it. And this is hot now, guys. Be careful with your hands. I'm gonna keep going to the bottom. Squeeze, squeeze. Okay. And here you go. This is what it looks like. And then again, I'm gonna put it in some water. And we'll have that going in just a second. Do a little salt water. And now, don't do this if you're not used to frying or comfortable frying, because you're about to hear a big splatter, a big swoosh. Here we go with our splash. I'm going to put our other one in here. Don't crowd our pan too much. Okay. This one's for a snack, it's broken. But the others, you want to make sure that they remain whole so they could be your bread for your sandwich. Now that your sandwich is all cooked up, I mean your plantains as I call it, you're going to put it on paper towel to drain the grease off.
Well, we're making these easy sections and flip it on over. Using the section there. Give it a piece of pepper jack. Throw it on top. We'll have a little steak and cheese, a Philly style.
Remove the steak and cheese meat from the oil, put it on a paper towel, and allow it to drain the excess grease off. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, this is our fake bread. It is our vegetable, our plantanos, our tostones, our plantains, our plantains. I've said it to you 4 different ways. So you're just gonna smear it. And I'm not gonna be using this mayo again, guys. It's all gonna go on here. So no one come for me, please. There's no cross-contamination here. Okay. And unfortunately, my friend Ian is not going to be able to taste with us because these are just way too good for him. Ah, no.
No.
What?
That's
Okay.
way too good, Mama. I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight, Mama.
Okay.
I'm losing weight.
He's on an IC diet.
Yeah, right.
He sees goodness but can't have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ian is going through some some oral surgery right now. And unfortunately, he's had a big surgery over, well, unfortunately because he's in pain and uncomfortable, but fortunately, he's going to get this issue resolved. With that said, he's only able to eat things that are super soft. And platanos is not for him, but it's all for me. No, it's for myself and the crew. We'll eat it for him.
Yes, you will.
So the next thing I'm going to do, now that we've put that, it's just like you're making a sandwich. You want to go ahead and get your lettuce on, your greenery. Get your greenery on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Very nice looking lettuce. It's hard to
Thank
find
you.
nowadays.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, Ian. The first lettuce we picked up was pretty gross.
Yeah, you see?
So with that said, I don't know about you guys, but I like mayo. So
Slather it on, Mom.
Yeah.
Slather it on.
I like mayo. So I just figure everybody better be in the same liking mayo boat with me. Here. We're gonna add our tomatoes. We'll add our meat last. Okay. Well, now, actually,
I'll take that out of the way for you.
Okay. Thank you, E.
Yeah.
Put some tomatoes.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yes. This one's a little bigger, so we put that right here. This one's a little small, so we put that here.
There you go.
And we're gonna put a little bit of love because we know our produce has no loves in it, particularly our tomatoes. Now, Ian, did you know tomato was a fruit?
You told me that on another segment, and that blew my mind when you said that to me. I was shocked. I always think it's vegetable.
A fruit?
Yeah, I know. I thought they were vegetables.
Yeah, because they have seeds.
Yeah, so that's actually a fruit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is. It's something I learned. Every time I'm with you, I learn something new.
Well, that's the
idea.
That's what it's all about. Hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of some onions here. And Ian was even though he's not eating, was so kind enough to make us some onions.
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna save our steak for last.
Okay.
So, who doesn't want like some chicken and, some chicken and some steak? And this is where the balsamic glaze and the mayo usually comes in. But I guess I need another bowl so I can mix this. I just added just a little bit of our chipotle that we had here to our mayo. So we're just gonna like dabble that right there.
Okay, what else would you like, Mom?
Okay. And we're just gonna put our mayo together, put our sandwich together. Look at that.
What a sandwich. That's what you call a sandwich, all right.
Look at that.
Plantain, steak, and chicken sandwich. I like it. Sounds good. That's the Ma Chefin' way.
The Ma Chefin' way.
Yeah.
Well, E.
I
am so sorry that you can't eat with me.
I know. I'm looking at the...
But tell me, Tuna, salivating? You know you want some, E. You know.
I know.
You know you love plantains.
Of course.
Plantains, as you call them.
Plantains, tostones, plantains,
plantanos.
Oh, yeah.
So we have our sandwich here.
Yes.
And I am going to take a bite.
Dig in, Mom.
Yeah, it's a good dig in here.
Dig in, Mom. 2 hands, get the whole 9 yards. And take the sliver. Oh, boy, that's a bite. Oh, my God. Just the...
Thank you, Eve.
That's what I'm here for, Mom. I'm supporting today.
This is so good.
I am salivating because that looks delicious.
The creaminess of the mayo. The crunchiness of the plantains. The freshness.
Oh, yeah.
Of the lettuce and the tomatoes. And the chicken is really tender. And the cheese with the steak.
Thank you.
Can't ask for better.
Reminds me of my college days.
I'm so loving every bite of this.
Oh, I love it. Reminds me of the college days making those steakums.
Super good.
Enjoy.
If you guys live where you can go to an authentic or a culturally diverse supermarket, get plantains. They're not hard to make. Takes a little bit of ease working through getting the skin off. But once you do that, chop them up, fry them, smash them. Put your ingredients that you probably have at home of your vegetables. Again, you can make this without meat if you want. I forgot to mention to you earlier that plantains are also delicious boiled.
True.
That's actually how they make mofongo.
Yeah.
So if any of you are familiar with a delicious Puerto Rican dish called mofongo, they usually take the plantains. Well, actually, no, they don't boil it. They actually fry it and they smash it. But you can boil plantains and eat it that way with some fish, some grilled fish, some baked fish, obviously vegetables with it. You don't have to always fry it, but it's delicious fried. So here's our call to action. Don't forget to click the like button by giving us a virtual hug. When you do that, you encourage us to keep moving forward to create content for you. It makes Ian and I put our heads together and say, well, what could we come to the table with them?
Exactly.
With today. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because that also encourages us to be creative. And share. Because sharing is
caring. And we love to hear, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your enemies. Just share, as I would say.
Okay. But we just want them to write beautiful things, though.
Of course.
But share with your enemies, too.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasure you hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. You eating virtually with us while we're eating physically for real. But you can, too, by recreating this or maybe adding your own twist and turn to it. And we'd love to hear what you did.
Yes, we would.
So I am loving every bite of this because it's absolutely delicious. Again, come back and hang with us again. We really appreciate you being here today. And have yourself a great day. We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.